Hey everyone, I'm here to share my granola recipe with you this afternoon. Usually when I make it as a double batch. So what I did is, because it's so easy to make, it would literally take 2 seconds to show you how to put it all together. I already made one batch, which is about to come out of the oven, and then I'll whip up the other batch and put it all together for you. All right, so I'm gonna work a little backwards. I'm gonna pull out the current batch that I have in the oven so it can cool, and then you can see how I added and put the raisins in after I make the second batch. So first batch is all ready to come out of the oven, perfectly golden brown, and we're gonna let that cool while we make the second one. So I'm just gonna mix it up a little bit just so it can cool down here on the stove. Now I make a double batch because, I mean, we're Trussells and we eat a lot, and if I made a single batch, it'd be gone in a day. So this, at least, if I make 2 batches, it'll last 3 to 4 at the most days. All right, so we're gonna let that cool. And we're gonna get going. So I will send or post a picture of my recipe card. I'm kind of old-fashioned and like everything written out instead of saved on my phone. So I have my granola recipe right now. It's really, really easy. And I'm gonna keep that there just so I can look at it. So pretty much we're gonna mix everything together. The raisins come last, which is kind of why I made the first batch, so you can see, because you don't bake it with the raisins in. So we're gonna start with some quick oats, or you can do regular old-fashioned oats. So this is what I have. I also like this brand as well. So you can pick what you'd like. I picked the extra thick, old-fashioned rolled oats. So you're gonna need 2 cups of these. And it's not exact, so you can kinda, a little more is fine. It's just granola. So you dump all that in. The next thing we're gonna use is coconut. So this is what I buy, the Bob's Red Mill unsweetened coconut flakes. You need a cup of this. And so as I've been making granola, I've kind of tweaked the recipe around a little bit. The original recipe wanted canola oil. I don't really like canola oil. So I substitute maple syrup. So I prefer pure local maple syrup. This we bought in the beginning of March before quarantine in Vermont. And I bought a huge one. I also have a couple from our local Boy Scouts that this maple syrup's right from Lancaster, which is awesome. So, but we're gonna use the Vermont one because that's what's open. This calls for 1/3 of a cup of canola oil, or I use maple syrup. So fill that up, pour it in. The next thing we're gonna do is condensed milk. So you could use regular condensed milk. I prefer, because granola has a lot of fat in it, so I've actually been buying the fat-free condensed milk. Now normally I'm not a big fat-free, low-fat person because I don't like all the chemicals and whatnot. But the only difference between the fat-free condensed milk and the regular condensed milk is that they use the non-fat milk in this. So that's it. Everything else is the same, and I've read the labels. So this needs 2/3 of a cup. So I've already opened it because I made one batch. Dump it in. It pretty much, if you're using a double batch, it's pretty much the entire can. So, but I'm just gonna measure it out for you guys. Dump it in. And I don't like wasting anything, so we're gonna scoop, scoop, scoop. All right. So we've got those ingredients in there. Next is it's just a pinch of salt. So just kind of eyeball it. It's up to you. And then your favorite type of nuts. So Adam my husband, is allergic to tree nuts. So the original recipe called for pecans, which I love, but he can't eat them. So I just use regular unsalted peanuts in it. But again, you can choose whatever type of nut, your preference, whatever you prefer. And this is gonna call for 1 2/3 And again, if you're making a double batch, honestly, I pretty much just dump the whole thing in, because by the time you get to one, it's literally the whole thing. So you do your one, you do your 2/3, and you just have a smidge left, so I just literally just dump it in. And again, that's kind of why I use the fat-free condensed milk, because an entire container of nuts plus all the coconut flakes and everything, that kind of adds up quickly, especially if you're tracking and your macros. So then all you have to do is just mix everything together. So everything gets mixed. Do it all together. It's really so easy. It's kind of dangerous how easy it is to make this. And when it bakes, your house smells so good. It's like you're burning a candle of deliciousness. All right, so that's ready to go in the oven. So once you get going and you're putting it in the oven, you're gonna spread it out into a really thin sheet on your sheet pan. I'd line it first. If you have a Silpat, you can put that down, or you can do like aluminum foil or parchment paper and spray it. So it's going to be like a really thin sheet, because you want to get it a nice golden brown. Because if you look at this one, obviously a lot lighter, nothing's toasted yet. So this isn't hot anymore. So you're trying to get it to like kind of like a coffee color, caramely color consistency for that. So we're going to work backwards. I'm going to put it in our container. Now, something airtight is good. This was a BJ's peanut butter pretzel container, which lasted about 5 seconds in our house. So I saved it, took the labels off, cleaned it up, and it works really well for storing our granola. You could do like a little glass jar with a lid, whatever you prefer. So we're gonna scoop this in. It's cool now. Get it all in the container. And if it's stuck on, that's good. I'm really surprised my kids haven't come in here yet, because usually they can smell it. But I banished them outside, so I could do this video. All right, a little bit quicker if we want to go faster. It's just trying to pour it in. Hopefully I don't pour it all over the floor on video, but we'll try it out. My hands are pretty clean. A little messy. I'll just get a Trussell kit to come clean up the stove after. All right. Look at the rest of that with this. But as you add, you can add your raisins. So the recipe calls for a single batch, 1 1/3 cup of raisins. So again, it's kind of just eyeballing. Honestly, if I'm making a double batch, I literally dump all of it in together. So I'll probably just dump like half of it in right now. Come on. Just gonna use my hand, actually. I'm gonna grab a spoon. All right. So I'll dump like half of this in for now, and I'll dump the other half in later when I add more. Add the raisins in, and you could even, if you want to add chocolate chips, you could really add anything you want. Craisins. Endless. Mix it all together. And you have your granola in here. So when you bake it and you spread it out on the cookie sheet, you can do, I set it at 325 and let it heat up, and then mix everything together. And then as it's baking, I set my timer in 10-minute increments, and just let the 10 minutes go by, open it up, mix it around so it can get evenly browned on both sides, and then do that until you hit the color that you want it to. So I think mine probably cooked today for about a half an hour. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoy the granola as much as we do, and hope to see you all soon.